How you doing? I'm Jamie Lewis. I'm an internet marketer and vendor, and I use ClickBank all the way. I was a hip-hop musician, and so I was, doing rap battles and, performing in Harlem and all sorts of crazy stuff like that. And I wanted to do something in music, so I started working at Sam Ash in New York City, in Times Square. It was around the time when they had the big blackout and I had to walk home, that type of stuff, right? And then from there, I started to work in music on commercials on TV and stuff. And I thought to myself, this is, it's for like $300. So I was still in the poorhouse, and I was working really hard, producing all this music. So I thought to myself, I should take my music and I should start to sell it, right? I want to build a website. And so I had a website built, and I'm trying to figure out how to process the payments. So, for when I would sell the MP3s. And I wanted to sell them each, one at a time, so a customer could purchase one MP3 for $5 and another one for $5, like the way iTunes works or something like that. So I was looking for processors, and I didn't have a lot of money, so I was like, where could I go that would be affordable to start processing payments? And I ran across ClickBank. So before I knew it, all these affiliates were promoting this stuff to me, just because it was on the marketplace, which is similar to like billboard charts or something like that. And then it just took off, and that website is Beats 365. It's been on ClickBank for 5 years or something like that. I mean, I think I even tried it, at first, this is what happens to a lot of marketers and vendors. They try to do it at a high, that's the instinct to try to do it at a high price. I'm gonna sell this for, $50, each one. And that's what all my competition, all the hip-hop beat makers were doing, was selling them at $50 each, each MP3. Because the artist or the singer would want to, use it on their album. Similar to like people who, the whole American Idol niche. Those are pretty much the customers that were purchasing Beats 365. People are aspiring artists and singers. So, you try to do it at $50 each, but it was tough. It's not consistent. So what I did was I took like 500 beats and started selling them at $30. And it just took off, And of course, when you start, I started off as a vendor, and I had, this really nice website that, the friend who showed me how to build websites with HTML, PHP, and stuff, Photoshop, he kind of showed me how to do all of that, and it was hard. It would have been hard for anybody to go into it. I remember. Once I started it up, I was having all these troubles, right? Because I was trying to do the hardest thing in the world, which is sell, your music on ClickBank when you don't know anything about affiliate marketing, right? And I was just kind of thrown into the spotlight that way. ClickBank contacted me and they were like, "Wow, that's really unique," And then I started doing affiliate marketing too. To be honest, I mean, I was struggling and I needed to make money to support my family. So I started, I caught on and I started to sell other products on the marketplace. And I started having really good success with that. And there was a couple of moments, because your sales go up and down. A couple of moments where I got discouraged from my lead site. I was like, I worked so hard on this website, with Photoshop, and my friend and me did. I'm gonna just, promote someone else's products. That's easier, That has its challenges too, of course, but, so I had those two animals. That's how I got going was, I was dabbling in promoting other people's products and, promoting my own stuff. I worked pretty hard at, certain things. Like, for instance, customer service, because I have so many customers. So, I want to make sure all the customers are happy, So I'm working, I work pretty hard at that. And I'd have to say, to make a long story short, a few $1 million a year, Like, for instance, the Beats website is $100,000 a year, But yeah, I live in Connecticut, in a nice house and, nice sports cars and stuff, I mean, all that stuff.